Convention, where your safety and well-being are our top priorities. Before we embark on this event, we'd like to take a moment to ensure a secure and enjoyable experience for everyone. We have implemented comprehensive safety protocols throughout our venue to safeguard your safety. First, in case of a fire emergency, it's crucial to remain calm. Familiarize yourself with the nearest exits and evacuation routes. Bali Beach Conventions is equipped with smoke detector, water sprinkler, fire extinguisher, and fire hydrant. During the evacuation, please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit, following the evacuation route to the assembly point. Move quickly but without causing panic. Once outside, gather at the designated assembly point. This location is located at the garden in front of this building near drop-off area. Second, in case of earthquake, please remain calm and stay in your safe positions until the shaking stops. After the shaking, evacuate the building using the designated evacuation routes, and move quickly but cautiously to the assembly point. While at the assembly point, follow instructions from your designated safety wardens or team leaders. Ensure you are a safe distance away from the building, and keep the pathways clear for emergency responders. Third, in case of potential tsunami, please follow the evacuation signs and directions provided by our staff. Move swiftly but safely towards the Bali Beach Hotel building. Upon reaching the Bali Beach Hotel building, proceed to the designated assembly point on the 6th floor by using the emergency staircase located near the elevator. Once at the assembly point on the 6th floor, stay calm and assist others as necessary. Thank you for your attention. We encourage you to enjoy your time here at Bali Beach Convention, filled with enriching experiences, insightful sessions, and fruitful connections.
Meditation is for everyone.
We generate so much energy, this can be like acupuncture for the earth. And it's like a laser. Meditating together in the same place is going to produce an exponentially more powerful effect.
Welcome all participants to Awaken in Bali, a candle lighting meditation guided by professional monks, brought to you by Bali Meditation Center. We warmly welcome you to the Bali Convention site, Sonora Beach location, to enjoy the peaceful, serene environment here. Today's schedule is as follows. At 5:30, we have a sitting yoga with Adam DeMarco. At 5:40, we have opening speeches on the power of mindfulness by our special guests. At 6 o'clock, there is a talk show with Venerable Pasura, along with a Q&A session. Then at 6:45, there is a silent meditation, and then at 7:25, a candle lighting and loving kindness meditation guided by Venerable Predet. This event ends at 8 p.m., and we are greatly happy to have you here attending. Before you begin, let me guide you on some conduct with the Awaken in Bali at the Bali Beach Center location. At this time, we would like all participants to remain seated in your current location due to the limited space provided. If seated on the floor, please refrain from pointing our feet towards the Buddhist monks, and during meditation, please refrain from laying on the ground and remain seated to maintain our awareness during meditation. Once again, we remind you to silence your phones for the serenity of the event. At this time, for those who have properly registered, you have received a candle. Please take out your candles. Underneath the candle, there is a slip of paper required to take out in order to be able to turn on the candle. For now, please place the candles by your chairs until we begin with our loving kindness meditation. Tonight's loving kindness meditation will begin when Venerable Predet leads loving meditation. Therefore, please wait until directed to light the loving kindness meditation all together. For more information about Awaken in Bali and Bali Meditation Center, please refer to a pamphlet and the QR codes for donations and further events. We remind you to please silence your phones again. For those who have pieced from an event and would like to pay it forward, you are able to scan the QR codes provided or attend at balimeditation.org. At this time, we have prepared a few videos for your enjoyment and to give you more information about Bali Meditation Center at this time. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Bali Meditation Center, where inner peace begins and compassion flows. From a simple wish to share kindness, we began this journey, a journey rooted in ancient meditation wisdom and blossoming into a sanctuary of peace for all. Between 2017 and 2019, we searched for the perfect place. A space that reflects both the beauty of Bali and the timeless path of meditation. And in October 2022, Bali Meditation Center came to life, supported by community, vision, and loving intention. What we do: meditation retreats, weekly classes, on-site and off-site, mass meditation gatherings. Here, you learn to meditate with Buddhist monks, guided gently into stillness. We offer retreats, weekly classes, and organize large meditation gatherings open to everyone. And everything we do is donation-based, given from the heart, for the heart. At BMC, we believe that world peace begins within. That's why our vision is simple and powerful. World peace through inner peace. Bali Meditation Center, a place to pause, to breathe, to come home to yourself.
Amazing. So easy. An amazing experience, an amazing life-changing experience. Hi everyone, my name is Salimata. I'm an African descendant, French citizen, and I live in UK. That are willing to give without receiving anything in return. They give you the best. It became so easy with the method they're sharing, with the technique they're sharing, and with the kindness they're sharing it. So it became just easy. So today I managed to have the whole 15 minutes meditation sitting. So it's I'm just happy. I'm really happy. Everything is amazing, from the facility to the food to the kindness of the people around us, the staff, and pressing, I would say, amazing. Thinking of doing this, please. It makes so much difference in the world because you discover that kindness is for free. Kindness is the base of our world. Kindness is what makes us going. And I'm fortunate, honored, and really happy to have been part of this. And of course I'm coming back to do more, of course. So if you're thinking of doing it, be part of it because it's an amazing experience, an amazing life-changing experience. So thank you.
Greetings, my name is Alessiana and I feel very grateful to be part of this gathering and meditate together. I really wish for us humans to start gather together around elevating our consciousness rather than around food or alcohol. And it was such a magical sensation when we came together for such a high level of vibration. We instantly felt like a one big global family. And it really is much more than meditation. It's the activation and remembrance that we are one family, that we all have good intentions, that we all wish peace for the world, ourselves and our family. It is quite a mystical technology, actually, to come together, to feel each other and to celebrate peacefulness. And you could really see in the presence of everyone around.
Amazing people. I found some peace. I was able to look at my mind and realize how full of thoughts my mind is. So yes, I feel now after one day retreat, I feel lighter, I feel better, and I think that I will need to meditate more and every day. I have some experience in meditation because I have been practicing for so many years. But I think that in that retreat, I learned different things. I learned another point of view, another approach to meditation. And it was nice because a monk, a Thai monk, explained us how to meditate, explained us very carefully and very slowly and very clearly how to start with the technique. So here I learned another approach to meditation, and I think that it was very useful and the explanation was very clear. Something that I love here is that here in Bali, I think that a lot of people are making a business of meditation, and here in this meditation center they are not making business, they're trying to help us. It's donation based, so you come for free. They are super kind, they provide you with the teaching, with the food, always with a smile, and after you can give whatever you want. And I feel very comfortable because you feel that they're trying to help you. They are not making a business here, they are just trying to help you. So I absolutely recommend to everybody who wants to try meditation here in Bali, new meditators and also advanced meditators, to come here because they will feel very good and they are amazing people.
At this time, we have a mass meditation event upcoming in February during Makabusha Buddhist ceremony. We have prepared for you a video to invite you to join us here in Thailand. Please enjoy.
When I was recently at the Dhammakaya temple, Paramthani, Thailand, I was asked this question by Long Paul. May I ask you this one thing? Do you really want world peace? Only if you will believe it will come true. We have spoken a million words, but after all the words we've heard, still no change will come until this we do gently close your eyes and see the sun inside the center of your body, shining clear and bright. If this dream is your desire, let meditation bring you higher. If you really want world peace, it will come true for me. Regardless of your race, what country you're from, what religion or your age, this peace is available for you. All you have to do is to look inside. Gently close your eyes and see the sun inside the center of your body, shining clear and bright. If this dream is your desire, let meditation bring you higher. If you really want world peace, it will come true for me. Quantum die.
Now we will begin with a sitting and standing yoga to relax the body and mind before we begin the ceremony. We would like to ask for participants to remain in their general area for this exercise. At this time, we would like to invite Mr. Adam DeMarco to lead.
Hello, everyone. Really great to be here with all of you this evening. I see a lot of familiar faces. My name is Adam. I am a yoga teacher here in Bali. I helped out at this event last September. If any of you were here, that was at Arma in Ubud. And then I went to the 1,000,000-person meditation last February, and I'm really excited to be back here again. I am going to guide you just through a really gentle stretching session. We're going to be here seated for a few hours, so the idea is just to relax the body a little extra, start our breathing techniques, and just get a really gentle stretch in. So to begin, you can just find a nice, tall, comfortable seat. So let your spine come up nice and straight. The crown of your head extends towards the ceiling. And let's start with a few shoulder shrugs. So as you inhale, you can shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. As you exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale, relax back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down and back. We'll take a few neck rolls, so you can drop your chin to your chest. I'm going to be doing the opposite of you. As you inhale, you can roll your head over towards your right shoulder. Let it fall behind your back. And as you exhale, left ear, left shoulder chin back to chest. So let's do that 2 more times. Each inhale and each exhale that you take is half a circle. And don't be in any rush here. The next time that your chin falls behind your back, you can just hold your head back gently, feeling this stretch in the front of your throat. And whenever you're ready, we'll switch directions. So you can take an inhale, roll your right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale to the left, and we'll do 2 more on this side, opposite direction. When you're finished, your chin can just come back to neutral. You can interlace your hands in front of you, and we're just going to draw figure 8s or infinity signs in one direction, stretching the wrists, and in the opposite direction. Perfect. You can release your hands, and with an inhale, lift them up above your shoulders. You can look up between your hands, spread your fingers. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, relax your shoulders. You're going to twist to your right side. So your left hand is going to come to your right knee. Your right hand can just come to the side of your chair. Exactly. So you're twisting, you're looking that direction. Perfect. Yeah, you can put your hand on your thigh, your hand across your body. Exactly. So you're using your hands to create resistance, to look over your right shoulder in this twist. Yeah, so you're looking away from me. You can inhale, feel yourself lengthen here. Exhale, twist a little more. Let's take 3 more breaths. Breathe in and out. Inhale. You're still in your twist. 2 more breaths. Exhale. 1 more breath in and out. Perfect. Inhale. Bring your arms back up to center. Look up between your hands. And now we're going to take it to your left. So your right hand will come to your left leg. Your left hand can just come to the side of your chair. Perfect. You're looking towards the back of the room. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, keep twisting. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in and out. Perfect, everyone. Inhale, lift your arms back up. This time your hands can come to touch over your head. Bend your elbows and bring your thumb knuckles to the back of your neck. Yes. Lift up your chin, look up. This is a nice heart-opening stretch. Let's take a deep breath in together. This time, sigh it out. There's 1,000 of you. Let's make some noise. Breathe in. Sigh out. Another big breath in. And sigh it out. Perfect, everyone. You can release your hands. And if you'd like to, let's stand up for a few moments. I think we've got enough room. We'll see how it goes. Beautiful. Your feet can be about hips width distance apart. If you're not sure how to measure your hips width distance, you can put your fists together, and that's a pretty great measure of how far apart your hips are. And let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Look up between your hands. You can grab your left wrist and take it over to your right side. Beautiful. Think about rolling open through your left shoulder so you're creating some space, and you might even look past your left elbow. You can stay here, just turn your head a little to the left. Yeah, take a breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. And let's take it to the other side. Grab your wrists, take it up and over, create some space through the shoulder. Perfect. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, come back up to center. And you can bring your hands to your heart for a moment. Let's just take an inhale and an exhale. I'll show you this from your direction. Take your right hand to your low back, so you're gently pressing into your sacrum area. And you'll reach your left arm at kind of a diagonal, so you're reaching up and to the right. Oh, I didn't realize my picture was up there. Gently pressing the hips forward. Inhale together. Exhale. One more breath in and out. Let's do that on the other side. You can just come back forward. Left hand now presses onto your sacrum. Gently press the hips forward. Right arm reaches up that diagonal. Perfect, everyone. You look great. Let's inhale here. And exhale. One more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, arms back up. And you can bring your hands to your heart. Again, I would love for us to take a forward fold. I don't know how your guys' space is, but let's see if we can take a fold. So you can bend your knees, hinge from your hips, and just let your head drop down towards the earth. Some people have room, some don't. You could turn sideways, say hi to your neighbor. Perfect. Bend your knees, let your head fall down, and let's shake the head out gently. Shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, no. Start to lengthen out the spine, releasing any tension. Yeah, so you can stay in your fold. We'll take what's called a halfway lift. So as you inhale, bring your hands to your shins and lift your chest halfway, just about waist level, or however much room you have. Exhale, fold one more time. See if you can go a little deeper into this forward fold. Great. And on your next inhale, slowly start to roll yourself back up to standing, coming back up, head, your shoulders. And let's take some shoulder shrugs in the opposite direction. So before we went up and back, let's go up and forward. So as you inhale, lifting up, exhale, dropping forward. Perfect. One more. And we'll find a little spin. So what you'll do is step your feet a little wider, and you're going to twist your arms, come onto the top of your foot, lift your heel, and then you'll do that on the other side. When we take this stretch and we twist our arms and we lift our heel, it stretches our whole body, the entire body here. So just loosening up. Great. You can go faster if you want. You can go slower if you want. And let's meet back through center. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. One last stretch. You can take your right arm across your body, and you'll use your left elbow to hook your right arm. Either way works, you'll just do the other side after. So gently pulling. Yeah, so the arm's across your chest, and the other arm is helping to stretch your shoulder. Perfect. And just still breathing, practicing our breath now, so when we get towards the meditation, we're already ready, we're relaxed, our bodies are ready, our breath is ready. And we'll switch sides, so whichever arm wasn't across your chest, you can take across your chest now. And you can release. That was our little gentle stretch session. Thank you so much, everyone. Excited to meditate with y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy your session.
Thank you, Adam. And that was Adam DeMarco. You can follow him on Instagram at Yoga with Adam. Before we start with a little bit of our opening ceremony, at its heart, meditation is an invitation to remember what it feels to simply be. In a world that constantly pulls us in 100 directions, meditation creates a quiet space where we can return to ourselves. It asks nothing more than for our willingness to sit and observe, to notice what arises without clinging or resisting while we maintain a gentle and light stillness. the purpose of meditation is not to erase the thoughts or to force the mind into blankness. Rather, it is to still the mind within the body, allowing for all impurities within the mind to settle and allow for the true luminous nature of the mind. At this time, for our opening ceremony, we would have invited several speakers on the topic of offering mindfulness and meditation. At this time, we would like to invite Ms. Ellie Camille, co-founder of Bali Meditation, at this time to give a speech.
Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Your Honor, Bante, Predet, and the Sangha. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to this sacred gathering on the enchanted island of Bali. Today, our world stands at the crossroad, torn by conflict, division, and suffering. Yet beneath the surface of our differences, we share a single heartbeat, a common longing for peace and happiness. Buddha taught us that there is no happiness greater than peace. And tonight, we honor that truth. We come from distant lands, speaking many tongues, carrying flavor of countless culture. Yet here, in this moment, we stand as one, united not by what different separate us, but by what binds us, the dream of a harmonious world. Meditation is our bridge. Through stillness, we dissolve the impurity of anger, fear, and separation, revealing the pure light of peace within. Tonight is proof that united is possible, that when we turn inside, we find the same essence in all being: love, kindness, and compassion. Thank you for joining this journey. Together, let us send ripple of peace into the world. May our collective energy become a beacon of hope for all. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Ellie Camille, co-founder of Bali Meditation Center. At this time, for our next speaker, we have invited Mr. Michael Green, meditation teacher and Ayurvedic practitioner at the representative of the Radiantly Alive Yoga Studio. Please welcome.
Swastiastu. Good evening, everyone. This is just a slightly larger attendance than my normal meditation classes, just a little bit. My name is Michael. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner and meditation teacher, and I've had the honor of hosting the BMC monks every Sunday at 5 p.m. at Radiantly Alive for chanting. And it's on every Sunday for those of you who are in Ubud and want a little chanting or more meditation in your life, Sundays at 5 p.m. And it's been very humbling and an honor to serve the servants, because these gentlemen and BMC in general have devoted their lives to easing suffering in the world, and it's been an honor just doing my small, humble part. And the theme of the event is world peace through inner peace. And if you are a meditator or a long-time meditator, you would know that that is actually very meaningful, because world change starts within. There is actually a quote I really love that I actually talk about in meditation class quite a bit. It says, "When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I couldn't change the world, so I focused on my nation. And when I couldn't change the nation, I focused on my town. And when I couldn't change my town, I focused on my family. But as I grew older, I realized the only thing I could change is myself. And if I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have impacted our town. Our town could have changed the nation, and we could have indeed changed the world." So never forget that what you're doing right now, meditating, although it feels small, it is really the only change that can really make a difference. And there's also something with group meditation called the Maharishi effect that Maharishi Mahesh Yogi made very famous, where he said, or he figured out, that just the square root of 1% of the people of a town meditating together with their hearts in resonance can increase the happiness of the town and can reduce crime rates, and all kinds of health benefits can happen in the wider region and the wider world. So have a beautiful meditation, and thank you so much to BMC. It's been an honor to get to know all of you this past coming year. And if you are in Central Ubud, please come stop by Radiantly Alive, where I teach meditation classes a couple days a week, and we do chanting with the BMC monks every Sunday at 5. So thank you so much.
And thank you, Mr. Michael Green, representative at the Radiantly Alive Yoga Studio. Now, for our next speaker, we would like to invite Ms. Ravati, representative of the School of United Healing. Please welcome.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon or evening. It's a bit bright outside. My name is Ravati, and I'm here as a representative of the School of Unified Healing. Now we only have one branch in Bali, but we hope for more. So we are actually here, very honored to be invited by the Bali Meditation Center. And we are a non-profit community devoted to holistic well-being, inner transformation, and the rising wave of collective consciousness. It is with deep reverence that we join this gathering held by the BMC and the monks who really embody the silent strength and compassion of Thai Buddhism tradition. By just being in their presence, it's a reminder for us that peace is not a destination, but it's a way of being. So actually our meeting with the BMC was not by chance. It was actually one of our students who felt a deep resonance that although the traditional Thai meditation practices may look very different from what we do at our school, but the essence is the same. Both of our communities offer healing through presence, both devoted in our own way to a higher love, a consciousness that holds us all. We meet in the heart, in stillness, in our shared wish to bring people back to themselves, gently, honestly, and with care. So since that meeting, our community in Ubud has been graced by the monks' teachings, simple yet powerful invitation to return to what is real. And for that, we are deeply grateful. At our school, we believe that healing is a right, not a privilege. In just 2 years, we have had over 7,000 souls who have walked into our doors. Seekers, teachers, wanderers, and we've had more than 100 teachers, therapists, healers who feels that our school is a home away from their home. And I'm certain that BMC is providing that to many of you and many more. So tonight, I really feel that grateful to this opportunity to be here as part of the school and the community. And we feel that we would like to share that the fact that everything we do at our school is from the same source as the Bali Meditation Center. It's really an openness and authenticity, whether it's through our cafe or our free classes and offering and community support. And we will continue to grow, and we are very happy that this community is growing. So thank you so much for being here and allowing me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ravati, representative of School of United Healing. For our next speaker, we would like to welcome Mr. Reed Perkins, representative of YogiLab. Please welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Reed, CTO of YogiLab, and I wanted to first start by thanking you all for coming out here today. And seeing this group get together for this amazing mission is just so powerful, so thank you all. Big round of applause for yourselves for coming out here. A second big thanks to BMC for putting all this together and collaborating with us on this mission towards getting bigger and bigger groups meditating together. At YogiLab, we're building the tools to allow anyone around the world to find this practice of meditation and integrate that practice into their regular lives. As we know, and as I'm sure everyone here knows, that meditation doesn't only change your life, but it changes the life of the people around you and the environment that you're in. That's the power of inner peace that meditation brings. It's for this reason, of course, as you all know, that we're working towards getting 1 million meditators together so we can make a permanent positive impact on the world through meditation. To help us get to this point, we've recently launched our YogiLab meditation app to help meditators all around the world track their practice, build community, and join us on this mission towards 1 million meditators. If this mission is something you also believe in and want to join us, reach out to us on Instagram, YogiLab Official. Otherwise, just come find me at the end of the meditation, just say hi. And so before passing it back to the MC, I'd love it if we could all just take a minute together to meditate. If you have your phone and you have the YogiLab app, feel free to just take that out. If you don't, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to just get situated and seated nicely. Find a comfortable posture. And together, let's meditate for a minute. Thank you, everybody.
And that was Mr. Reed Perkins, representative of YogiLab. For our next speaker, Mr. E. Nyoman Ara Wibawa, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Udayana University. At this time, please welcome.
Thank you for the time. Good evening, Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, nama budaya, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Your Honor, Bante, dear meditation practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Inyoman Arya Wibawa. So I'm the serving dean of the Faculty of Humanities at Udayana University. It's great, it's an honor. I'm invited to be here this evening among you all. 2 or 3 days ago, the representative of Bali Meditation Center, BMC, came to visit me. we discussed the possibilities of Faculty of Humanities to get involved in this kind of meditation practice. So what I suggested at that time is not only to invite students to participate in this kind of very important event, but also the lecturers, the administrative staff of not only the Faculty of Humanities, but also the Udayana University. And hopefully in the future, so we can make that happen. And also we discussed the possibility of, giving socialization or meditation practice at the Faculty of Humanities or some other places. I'll be brief. Ladies and gentlemen, so we all know that there are so many scholarly works on the impact of meditation on the body. So it has so many impacts on the physical, mental health, the enhancement of attention and recognition, and some other thing impacted by the practice of meditation. So I myself practice meditations on my own style. I can feel that the meditation can help me at least to be focused on the task that I have to tackle every day. So many things that I have to tackle. I can be focused to tackle, to solve, no matter how complex the task is or how simple the task is. So I feel that the meditations can help me. So representing the Faculty of Humanities, Udayana University, so it's great to be part of this event. So hopefully in the future, so the Faculty of Humanities, the students, the administrative staff, the lecturers, they should know about this event in the future, so they can participate in this event. So that's pretty much from me. Once again, I thank you so very much to invite me to be here. So once again, it's great, it's an honor. So I will end my part with Paramasanti Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, nama budaya, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Thank you.
And that was Mr. I. Nyoman Arawabawa, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities at Udayana University. We have invited a variety of members who are active in a mindfulness spirituality community in Bali. Therefore, we are honored to have our guests share their experience. Thank you to all invited guests who have shared their experience on behalf of Bali Meditation Center for your speeches on mindfulness and meditation. As of now, we will begin with our meditation or with our wisdom talk by Venerable Pasura, followed by a question and answer. At this time, please enjoy a video about his history. Thank you.
Paced world, finding true inner peace is rare. Yet one man has dedicated his life to guiding others toward that peace. Venerable Pasura Dantamano is a respected Thai Theravada Buddhist monk at Wat Phra Dhammakaya Temple, a global meditation center with over 100 branches worldwide. Before entering monastic life, he lived in the modern world, studying in university, managing a hotel, and working as a flight attendant with Thai Airways International. Since his ordination, he has traveled to over 85 countries, sharing the universal wisdom of meditation and Buddhist philosophy with people of all faiths and backgrounds. As a mentor for the global platform Peace Revolution, he offers free guided meditation and self-development programs to members from over 200 countries. His teachings are simple, practical, and powerful, inviting people to live a meaningful, joyful life beyond material distractions.
Okay. Good evening. Wow. When I was really young, as an introvert person, and probably some of you could relate it to me, with me, two things I really hate. The first one is speaking in public. And the second one is to be a teacher. I tried so hard. That's why my job was a flight attendant. So I tried really hard not to become these teachers. The very reason because I thought being a teacher requires a lot of responsibilities in order to pass on the knowledge. And I never thought of myself being able to qualify for that. So here I am. Secondly, thank you very much for coming here together today. Imagine us as an organizer promoting this event for people to come to meditate, and hopefully 1,000 people will show up. All of you have come from different corners of this planet, speaking different tongues, sharing different culture. Looking back at your hometown, your community, and imagine if there was someone so ambitious and saying, let's organize an event of 1,000 people meditating together. What are the odds they will show up? My friends in Thailand, which is actually 95% Buddhist, if I tell my friend, let's come to the temple and meditate, you know what they will say to me? Let's wait until we get a little bit older. Meditation is not for me, it's for my grandmother. That's what they would say to me. That was their reply. The question is that, why are we here? Why are we here together in this very room, with, seeing all these messages coming to meditate? Why make it so hard that it cannot just happen every place throughout the planet, but here is possible? That because even a small fraction of the population in this world, I still do believe that we want the same thing. There was a passage from the Buddhist text. The first one is, actually this is talk about human nature. The Buddha said that we all despise sufferings and long for happiness. And that's what we share in common. We are alike. A couple of days ago, I was interviewed by one of the guys on Instagram. And he was asking me, I was simply explaining to him that what separates us, what causes us to look at differences is only a few millimeters of this skin. If I rip this off, you and me look alike. The difference is only a few millimeters that we always look at this diversity, these differences, but we forget to look inside and see what's within. And all of us are here, we want to be happy. Nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to be suffer. And that's because we all love ourselves. That's the Buddha's word. The Buddha said, I have been looking, myself and others. Nobody loves others more than themselves. And that's why everybody wants to be happy. And why can't we all see that? And that's probably the reason why we chose this name of the word awakening. So, what are we awakening from? The terms Buddha, as people usually use this word a lot, refer to a person, is actually a title. It's not a name. His name was not a Buddha. Buddha is a title, and literally translate as the awakened one, the enlightened one, the knowing one. And it is not the title to reserve for just one person. It's the title to reserve for everyone who has the ability to attain that awakening inside. And that terms Buddha is eligible for everybody. So what do we have to be awakening from? From this. It's called ignorance. When we are born, that's what we are. I don't know anything. Why are we here? Where are we from? What do I have to do? Anybody who is sitting here, right here, is there anybody born into this planet laughing? I'm sure you're all born crying, right? As if, yeah, it's going to be a tough world. Start my first day crying really hard. If you don't know anything, the first day we are born, we're at the weakest point of our life. We're the poorest. I don't even have a piece of cloth on me. I'm sure nobody's come out of your mother with a designer bag. The point being is that that's what we are born with. We are born with ignorance. So the term awakening is the term that refers to the state of being able to achieve that awakening from ignorance, to realize the truth of reality, the truth that we're supposed to be seeking by cultivating through that purity, focus, through stillness of the mind. And as avijja is something that we are born with, there are two ways to explain that. The first one is not knowing the truth, which is something that we are born with. And the second one is crazier, know it wrong, know the wrong truth. My master said there are two kinds of people on this planet. The first one, a person who doesn't know that they don't know anything. And number two, someone who knows that they know nothing at all. And I'm sure that all of you are here because we are in the second kind. When we started to grow up more and more, from assuming that I have all the answer of everything in life, and started to feel lost, empty. And there should be something more meaningful to this existence instead of just getting up, go to work, having a nice dinner, and come back home and sleep and follow the other day of routine. There should be something more meaningful. I've been a monk for 20 years. I don't have the answer. I'm still in the second category, and to be honest, 20 years of monks like making even more confirmation that I don't have a clue. And it just takes lifetimes after lifetimes of practicing. The hard part is to realize that truth, and that's why the word Dhamma really come about. Usually people translate the terms Dhamma as a teaching of the Buddha, but the word Dhamma exists long before that, and the terms Dhamma refer to unfabricated truth. But that truth has to be discovered or realized individually. It's not something like I told you. And that is why it's so hard, because not only that we have to realize on our own, with our capability, the way to explain it is even harder. I showed you these images with the elephant. Imagine 4 blind persons touching the same elephant. Do you think they'll be able to explain the elephant in the same way? Depends if they touch the trunk, the husk, the body, the legs. They will explain the elephants in different way. Depends on how they touch it, right? Also depends on how they are able to elaborate with words, with skills of communication. That's why the truth is something that need to be discovered on our own, by ourselves. The Dhamma, as explained, is not the wisdom that can be told. It's a wisdom from realization. In our text, there are 3 ways to obtain wisdom. The first one is through listening or reading, or in the other words, the external source of information. I could be told about how life should be. And when I was young, that's exactly what my father was telling me. You're not very good. Your cousin got scholarship. Your cousin got into better school. You should work very hard. That's what my father kept telling me. So this is the knowledge that we obtain from others. Until the second types of wisdom is the one that we started to contemplate, experience, analyze. And these are the 2 that we rely on a lot as a source of information or knowledge or wisdom. But the very last one is that, the knowledge from realization, the realize that come without thinking, wait for it to emerge through clarity to purity, through different types of practice that you have come all the way across the planet to be here, so that you can give yourself that amount of time to listen, to look. Did you find it? Not easy to find, but at least it makes more sense that we can easily embrace that state of ignorance. That's what I would say. Like I told you, I don't have the answer. I don't have the ability to have obtaining the truth yet. But at least I embrace the reality that ignorance is within me. And every single day, as we are working closer to obtain the truth, that's the mission. And as a result, that is not just what we have read or what have we been told. I could have been telling you the wrong things, you know. How can you be sure that everything I explain, I'm saying to you right now, are all true? Even the Buddha has one sutra that he said, don't just believe me. Practice it, prove it, see for yourself. So I'm a lot more humble than that. At least we have tools. And I'm sure that through different practice that you have been here, one thing that I really want to emphasize is the meaning and how important the practice of mindfulness really is. Mindfulness could be understood as a type of practice in many ways of explanation, but the term mindfulness or sati is actually a state of being mindful, state of being conscious, state of being aware. In the shortest way to explain it is the moment of pausing. Pause so that we can look. If we are always engaging, is always involving on the move, we can't see. We are locked into just one direction. We're not able to step back and see the bigger picture. One of the most common benefits of mindfulness is to step back and look how the world and we interact with each other so that we can have better understanding. One word that my master said when I was the first year of a monk, he said, everyone on this planet never have ever seen their face before. They only see other people's faces. And even if I look at myself in the mirror, I only see the reflection where left switch with the right and right switch with the left, and I still believe that's my face. So what happens when we don't see our face and only see other people's faces every day when we get up? They are annoying, they are terrible, they are bad, they talk crap. At the end of the day, they all bad, until there is only one person good in the world. Which one? Which one? The one we don't see. And that's why, because everything around us is terrible, we spend a lifetime trying to change everything. And then I think it was Michael, right, who said that we cannot change everything out there. We can only change what's inside. The word world is the word loga in my terms, and there are three meanings to describe it. The first one is the place that we live in. The second definition is everyone that shares this place with us. But the last one, and the most important one, is our own body and our own mind. We spend a great deal of time trying to understand everything on this planet, every other people, but our own world has been missed. The word learning in Pali, in my text, is the word sikha, which is the combination of two words, self and to see. In the other words, the word learning is to see myself. And that is very hard because we always look outside, we always see others people, we always trying to understand everything, but fail to look within. And the only time that we are able to look inside is when we sit down, having that pause moment to be conscious. And when we have that conscious moment, what happened? The questions that probably woke you up in the middle of the night sometimes. Why am I here? What do I have to do? What is the purpose of my existence? This is one of the questions, I think, that has been asked for millenniums throughout history of humankind. Yet we're still here asking the very same question. And that moment of pause is what we take in order to cultivate, to find out the answer. Because from that mindfulness, we get concentration, we get focus that leads to peace, purity, and clarity. My point being is that I know the next part is the meditation, and that's what I really wanted to really take the time for, closing the eyes and not talk so much about. Our mind is like this glass of water. It's supposed to be crystal clear without any contamination. But as our life goes by, what we have been doing is putting ink, different colors of ink into this water until the water has changed. So what happened is fabricate a reality that we perceive. For example, if I put ink, blue color ink into this water and I look through it, what will be the color of the world that I see? Blue, which means I don't see the reality. I see the world in different color that is not in line with reality. If the color of the ink is red, the world that I see will be red. If the red color is anger, how will I perceive the world? With anger. How would I react to the world that I see? With anger. What will happen to my thought, my words, and my physical action? With anger. But if what I see is my ego, the color of ink is ego, how would this distort my perception? Just being selfish. Greed, hatred. All of this always ongoing within our mind because that ignorance are the cause of all this. One word that my master was sharing with me was that none of a human being are enemy to each other. The true enemy is this impurity, these colors of ink in our mind that always distorts our perception, always influence the way we interact with each other, so that we forget to look at one another as fellow human beings who is capable of love, compassion, and kindness. And that's why the task is to get that clarity back. So meditation in the simplest way of explanation is just to get the clarity back so that we are able to see the commonalities that we share, not the diversity that make us look different. Not to mention that it creates this illusion that is taught from reality. There's actually one story in my text. It was a story of a king, a great king, long time ago in the past, that he was so powerful that he ruled the whole world. Until one day, the king of second level of heaven, notice how great that human king was, came down to see him and said, "Do you want to check out heavens, what it looked like?" So the human king said, "Why not? Let's take a look." So they show him the first level of heaven. "You like it?" The human king said, "Yes, of course, this looks fantastic. Do you want to rule it too?" "Yeah, I think I like that," the human king said. And then the second level of heaven king said, "Let's take a look at the second level of my home. It's much better than this." And he was taken up. And the second level heaven king showed him around and said, "You know what? Since you are a great king, I would love to share half of this heaven with you. So you can rule another half of that." So he owned the world, he owned the first level, and half the second level. You think he's happy with that? No. He thought that I don't want to share that with anybody. I want to own the whole thing. So because of that greed, he started to get heavier and heavier and fall down. Of course, he died. Sad story going. The point being is that that's what the desire is like. Human desire is like a bottomless pit that no matter how much we put in, it is endless. It cannot be full. And of course, it's common because we want to be happy. And as long as we let this desire influence or navigate our behavior, no matter how many resources on this planet, it's not going to be enough. There was a guy, he was very close friend with me. He's a Chilean economist who was extremely, I don't like to use the word hippie, but he was super spiritual, let's put it this way. He once was a candidate for Chilean president from the Green Party. He's about 70 years old now, with long white hair like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. That's what they call him during his presidency campaign. And he used to work for World Bank as an environmental economist. And he said, right now, what happened to the world that we are consuming the resource of 5 planets combined at this pace. 5 planets. And we still think it's not enough. Why we should have more than enough to share with each other. And that's desire, greed that we all have within, drive us to get more and more. As I showed you how the Buddha said that everybody longs for happiness, but there was a little bit confusion. Happiness doesn't translate as having fun, having pleasure, being joyful, convenience. I'm not trying to tell you to live frugally, I'm not trying to tell you to be poor. Even Buddha never said that. My point is that happiness is a destination that we all pursue. And if the destination is set incorrectly, the path, the journey to it will be completely mistaken. The reason being is that because we live with ignorance, we don't know. And when we don't know something, it creates fear, and fear leads to sufferings. There's one thing that we would never know, future. And we love to be able to predict how future should turn out, be as planned. I think all of you remember a couple years ago with the COVID, when suddenly everything closed down. Do you still remember how panicked you were? How insecure you were with everything? That's what it's like when we feel like we can't predict and plan what's going to happen. But reality is that we can't plan anything. We can only have some ideas, make preparations At the end, it will turn out the way beyond our control. But we still have the illusion that I can control every single thing, every aspect of my life, and want to force that. That's why we try to secure the future of happiness by make sure that I have enough food on my table, I have enough the money to pay for everything, which is okay to understand. Up to a certain point that we get lost and not realizing that happiness doesn't mean having fun, convenience, or pleasure, because as long as it depends on someone, something, somewhere, somehow, sometime, we can't expect to have them all the time. They come and they go. But that's how most of the time we condition our happiness with. I have to get there, I have to go travel around the world, I have to share this moment with my loved one, I gotta have to get new car, new house, etc., etc. It's conditioned. So when it's conditioned, that the bottomless pit I was talking about, it won't be full. You can put everything in, it's just like a black hole that continue to just disappear. Our text explain these two states of pleasures or joy, and that one is the one that would at least consider as happiness, which is when it's not conditioned. Whether I have it or not, whether I'm there or not, whether I'm with somebody or not, I'm still happy. How can you always be content with what goes at you, what ups and downs that you have been enduring? That would make it different. The question would be, how can I be content without all these conditions? Living in this world of demanding. And that's why the whole thing's about mindfulness, the whole thing about meditation, so that you can look inside and at least find out the difference between need and want. What do I need to survive? How much would I eat? In one of the monk practice is that before we use anything, we have some so-called reflection on the use of necessity, which means that every time I wear this clothes, there was a kind of little passage of reflection that I have to do. This clothing is to protect my body from heat, from cold, from insect bite, from the irritation of the weather, and to cover the parts that should not be exposed. This is the objective of my clothes. Each time I eat, there was a little passage to reflect on the purpose of the food. It's not the fashion, it's not the mission statement. It's not to identify myself. How many times we actually look at things that we got and examine its purpose? So, this emptiness pit is what we are filling up. I'm not talking about you. Because as you are someone who knows that you don't know anything and you're trying to find out the answer, that's why you realize how simple life can be. And in our text, there was a Buddha explaining something called rare occurrences. And the first two are this: being born as human and being able to stay alive are rare occurrences or a very hard occasion to come by, which means just by sitting here existing. Every single moment and opportunity is not easy to get. The Buddha had one of the analogy explain how hard to be born as a human. He made comparison to a turtle. He said, imagine one day there is a turtle, blind turtle, swimming in the ocean. And in that ocean, there is a little piece of wood with a hole inside, the size of the neck of the turtle, floating in the ocean. Every 100 years, that blind turtle will come up to the surface just once to breathe and go back down for another 100 years. And the Buddha said the odds of one becoming as a human, reborn as a human, is as much as that turtle breathed right to the hole of that piece of wood. So, feel a lucky turtles. We're here. So as a result of that, this is an opportunity. And if we use it in vain, we're going to be wasting it. And that's why what I like to share with you that at least we are born with ignorance, at least we don't really have the comprehension of all the truth of the nature, but at least something that we can constantly remind us or review as a real reality of life. And these 5 topics, 5 subjects, actually is what Buddha said you should constantly review. The first 3 is simple: aging, sickness, and death. The 4th one is separation from the love, and the 5th one, the owner of the karma. What do they mean? The terms intoxicant means lack consciousness. And the Buddha said that even though I'm not consuming any intoxicant or any alcohol, I'm already drunk. I'm already intoxicated. By what? By youth, by health, by the vanity of life. When we look into the mirror, how many of you actually feel that you're getting older every day? When you get up in the morning, how many of you feel that I'm lucky to just get up for another day? Or still, yes, good. Or think that I have so many things to do today, like there is no tomorrow. There is again and again and again. And these 5 topics is actually to be aware of how intoxicated of reality we can be. Then the very first one is aging. One time my master said, he didn't understand why people like to hold a birthday party. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. It's not more years, you start counting up. Birthday is not to symbolize counting up, it's counting down. Each birthday is a milestone telling you that I have 1 year less to live. Yet, happy birthday to you. That's what my master said. He said that this is not the day to just be having a party. It is the day to remind ourselves, I have less time in my life. I have less opportunity in my life. So the remaining time I still have, what should I do with it? At the same time, it's a day to be grateful for that all these years up until now, to be alive, it's not just because of my own. It's because a lot of help. This event, without many helps, it won't happen. Without many partners, it won't happen. Every single day, we live our life without helping someone, being helped by someone. I won't be alive. It's a day to be grateful for. But yet, liable to aging is not what I always been thinking about, how I'm getting older and older. And what it means by getting older. Right now, I'm 48, turning 49 this year. I never knew that I need these things. This is actually a progressive lens, so I think some of you understand how hard it is to read the little words on this bottle. That's what aging, which means that every single day that passes by, we are less healthy, we are less strong, we are less capable of using these senses in this body for finding something more meaningful, something greater. Just like my friend was saying, no, meditation is for grandmother. And I would love to say to them is that, what if you don't get up tomorrow. Have you ever thought of that? But if you go to sleep tonight and tomorrow it just never come, have you ever thought of that? But of course, I never get the chance to say that to my friend. They were just, yeah, let's party. Second, liable to sickness, which is actually something that we always think, I'm still healthy right now. If I'm healthy, I don't really think much about I'm going to get sick, lying still on my deathbed. It won't come. This year, I'm turning 20 years as a monk, in my monkhood. And I was just having message in the batch of training of the monk at the temple that one of the monk in my batch went to hospital emergency last night for kidney failure. And we were about to having a little bit, congratulations, celebration of the 20-year milestone in a couple months. And he went. That is health. So as long as you're still healthy, use it wisely. The Buddha has one passage. He said, Aroka Paramalapa, freedom of sickness is the greatest fortune of life. So if you still have that, cherish it, use it. And that leads to number 3, liable to death, which means death is something that unpredictable. The only thing that we know about death is what? I'm surely going to die. We just don't know when, where, and how. The only thing that we know is cannot be escaped. Have you known anybody who has been immortal, live forever? No, you don't, because I don't. And the point being is that is going to happen to all of us. But it's not to be scary, it's to be reminded how precious the present moment can be, how precious the time and opportunity that we have can be, so that we can be reminded to use it wisely. And human is so weird. We only realize the values of something important only when we lost them. When we have it, we take it for granted. But whenever we lost it, we really, I wish I could have. How many times in my life I have said that? I wish I could have. I should have, I would have. That's also go with our time and opportunity. And that's number 4, be parted from what we hold dear, which means everything that we love, everything that we have, nothing lasts forever. It comes, it goes, it's always changing. As Jesus Christ, so-called 3 mark of existence, everything comes to these conditions. It doesn't last forever. It doesn't remain the same, and that's why it's beyond our control. Yet we wanted to go against the nature, want to make something that is, holding it there so that it stays with me forever, and it won't. As a result of that, the very last one is we are the owner of our karma. Every action that we do creates consequences that we have to be responsible for, positive or negative. It's all come down to us. So, when we are not mindful, we also are not mindful about how much time has been drifting away, how much time been passing by from us. And like I said, it is something that never returns. You have 24/7 hours a day alike. No one has more than that, and it won't return. At the same time, it's not very long. If you imagine that you live about 75 years of your life, which is already a good number, it's only about 900 months, 3,000 something weeks and days that I show you on the screen. It's not a lot to think about. Our life is just like a tiny blink that goes by very fast if we are not mindful. And that's why the part of how trying to give ourselves a chance to rise, to awake into that understanding, at least how precious the life is, how precious the time is, how we should spend it, by looking inside until we are able to find that something within. And that's why I would like to show this. This is actually not from me, not from the Buddha. It's from one of the Australian nurses, and there's actually a book written basically this topic, 5 Regrets of the Dying. And this book was, starting from a blog. The author was an Australian nurse who worked in a palliative care. So she interviewed the patients in that ward. What did they regret, knowing that they only have a couple months to live? And summarized into a blog and become a book, and there are 5 topics. As you see, I wish I had the courage to live a life that I want, not by others expect of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I have the courage to express my feeling. I wish I have to stay in touch with my friends or my loved one. And the last one, which I find most ironic, I wish I live a happier life. Do you know why I find the last one very ironic? Because we spend every single moment of life trying to make ourselves happier. When you go to the restaurant, ordering food, do you order the food that you want to eat or you hate to eat? You order something that you like to eat, your favorite food. You don't order something you hate because you're enjoying it. Every single moment, every choice that we make, we try to make the best for ourselves. The one that we think it makes us happy. And then the last moment, I wish I live a happier life. So a lifetime of pursuing happiness is still a failure? Or are we looking at the wrong place? And that's awakening. Awakening to realizing that happiness could be simpler, could be something that is deep down inside, like the first 4. Take it for granted. I wish I expressed my feeling more. When we take it for granted, we already lost them. I wish I could have turned back. That's why the secret sauce is here. This is within each and human being. Love, kindness, truthfulness, compassion. We can reach this capability when we look inside and find the commonalities of humanity that we share. As long as we look outside, we miss that. But if we look inside, our mind is at peace, we find that. And that's why we are here. This is my master in Thailand, Lompo Tamachayo. I have known him ever since I was a kid. My name was given by this monk. At that time, I never thought about being a monk at all. I wanted to be a DJ. And I did during the university, actually, my part-time job. I never wanted to be a monk this long. My intention was not as noble as my master. When I became a monk, I intended to stay only for 4 months, just to kind of have some time off from my having fun life. But 4 months turned to 20 years. And throughout my life, I have heard him saying this message all the time, world peace through inner peace. He said he felt sorry how everyone come to this planet and not having a chance to realize that there was something beautiful, something meaningful, something that gives so much happiness that already within each and everyone. And the only thing they have to do is just sit down and close the eye and look inside and grasp it. It's there waiting. And as at the beginning, they showed that my job was a flight attendant, which means I travel already a lot. So when I became a monk, I never thought I had to travel. I thought monk's job is to sit in the temple meditating all day long. Fantastic. And then they got to travel quite a lot afterward because my master, he want people to have a chance to look inside and find it within. And his wish is, he said one time, I wish there is a conference, international conference, where people around the world come together in this conference. But one thing different in that conference is that no talking. No talking, no debating, no resolution. Just sit down and close the eyes. And everybody finding their own inner peace. And he always believed that when that happened, world peace can actually become reality. The song that you were hearing before with all the candlelight, it was written by my master. We have spoken 1,000,000 words, and after all, the words is what we have heard. So it's time for a new paradigm, new method to reach world peace. Should I be taking part of it? After all, this is our shared planet. This is our shared world. Even if I cannot really change the whole world in one day, but at least, hopefully that with my endeavor, my belief for that true capacity of human being, change something around me. And imagine all this light when we come together and just individually light our own. And hopefully that it will inspire to like more and more. It's a collective effort. At the beginning of my talk, I said, if I imagine this kind of event just to promote, let's come to meditate and 1,000 people will show up. I was thinking it's impossible. And here you are. So I guess we all believe her. Huh? We all think that there's something possible about this dream, this vision, that we can make this much better place than the state that we have right now. And we cannot wait for someone, a knight in shining armor. He said to me one time, my master said, we always waiting for that, knight in shining armor come to save the day. This is not my responsibilities. And looking around, what we don't have is the role model. What is a role model of someone who can be kind, can be compassionate, can be peaceful? And if there's no role model, where could we find it? You become one. You be that role model. You be the change. And hopefully that will make the world a better place. So, I know that my talk is a bit long, and I'm trying to stop here so I can give the floor a few questions if you want to, before we really spending the rest of the hours that we have here to meditate, because that's what we're here for. So, if you have questions, our staff will be running to you with the microphone.
So after this wisdom talk, we would like to turn to the audience. For those of you who would like to ask Venerable Pasura a question, they may raise their hand, and then one of our volunteers will gladly run to you and offer you the microphone. Looks like we have a microphone left of here. Someone has their hand up.
Hello. Hi. This way, your right side. Far right, here. I was very intrigued about the talk about desire. So the one question that I wanted to ask is, what about hope? So what about hope, desire? Is it the same? And how do we go about it?
That's a very good question, actually. The difference between desire and hope is desire is coming from our selfishness. When hope can be mixture, but we focus on the positive hope for something betterment. And if you talk about desire, which is actually something to be hopeful for, fantastic if they have one. I don't know when this happen. I don't know if it will happen. I would hope for something like that to happen. But during the time I'm here, let me try my best. I would say that. Let me try to exemplify at least make a preparation. So if someone that special really come and save the day, it would be fantastic and make the job much easier. So at least I will prepare myself, pave the road. Hopefully that will come. So simple word, hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Thank you. I think there was a gentleman in the left over here that had his hand up. Was that correct? Otherwise, we'll have direct a microphone to this lady in front here. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question. Is, you know, with meditation, yeah, we are getting more peaceful, but you know, the days sometimes can bring a lot of trouble. So I would like to ask you, what is your advice when, you know, we realize that we are, you know, in anxiety and self-centered fear, that we are in a situation that feels really overwhelming, you know, because that happens on a daily basis. You know, we're trying with our meditation to become more and more in harmony, but what's your advice? Do you have a mantra? Do you have a prayer? Do you have a song?
Well, I do have my mantra. And that mantra that I taught a lot in my meditation would be, what the hell? What the hell? The point being is that, as I was explaining, the reality of nature, uncontrollable. And when we are not mindful, when we are being influenced by the flow of what's going on around us, we are drifting apart and being taken in different directions. And that's why we are kind of end up, you know, all these old habits came back, trying to predict, trying to plan, trying to secure, and all that come back. So the moment that we started to, okay, let's pause. Let's take a step back. Let's take a deep breath, whether with your prayer, with your meditation, with the mantra, just to help you step back and reprioritize it. Then you started to look around, see difference, that there are things you can do, there are things that you can't do. So let's deal with what is immediate. That would require us to make mindfulness a habit. We think of mindfulness or meditation as a practice. Is actually to inhabit that nature into ourselves. When you practice in meditation, the very first part of meditation is letting go. Until you started to letting go things easily, habitually. When things come by, instead of you have to tell yourself, I choose to let go, it doesn't affect you. For example, I used to be a very hot-tempered person. I'm not smiling, you know, like this. I'm always very mean-looking type. And I realized that throughout the years, the getting short-tempered kind of getting easier, because it turned from being able to recognize my anger and not react to it until coming down to feel when the steam is coming up, until being able to, at least I know this is going to trigger and I can drop it. It's not something that happened in one day. It's a gradual process that we practice habitually. It's possible, and that's what it means by good with your practice. Then, of course, when the old habit came back, take a step back. Yep.
Hi, thank you. So one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about with what's going on in the world is it not natural as part of our human condition to feel sacred rage at the pain and the suffering of people in the world? Like, as a mother, when I know that children are being murdered senselessly in parts of the world for profit, I feel like sacred rage or anger is a healthy response, but also to not be consumed by anger. And often when I think about mindfulness or even consciousness and conscious communities, and I don't want this to sound like a judgment, but sometimes I feel like a room full of people in a place of bypass in my body of like, I'm a person of privilege, I'm sitting in Bali, I'm safe, no one's coming tonight to take my child or kill them. So I can sit in stillness and be at peace and breathe and release. But a mother in Gaza cannot, because she's holding her child and there's bombs. And so I really struggle with how we are designed to feel our interconnectedness, I believe that's truth, that we are one. And so then isn't suffering somewhat natural when others are suffering? And I'm struggling with like the privilege to release suffering and feel nothing but peace and joy when others are suffering so much.
In Buddha's teachings of loving kindness, there's something even harder that comes along with it, that is called equanimity. Loving kindness should be the foundation of our mind, to always carry ourselves with love, with compassion. As much as I want to save everything, everyone on this planet, I'm just a little humble person. I can only do my best. But the moment that we let ourselves being consumed by anger, we lost the whole thing. We lost the whole endeavor. We lost the whole intention. And even the action that come afterward changed because of that anger instead of loving kindness. I know that there's a lot of injustice and unfairness in this planet out there. The point being is that how that we can continue to raise, become an example and raise more awareness of that is possible to be different by keeping it up with that loving kindness, with that being at peace with these types of behavior that can be different in this whole storm. I know that somehow some of you will stay here, some of you will go back home, get back into that old environment that you live in. How can you still carry all this back home and still here I am with this message? You know that 1 in 1,000 and 1,000 in a million is exactly the same ratio. But the difference is that if one person turned left, 199 person wouldn't feel anything. But if 1,000 people turn left at the same time, it would cause the greater number out there to look, there must be something in different direction. Is this job easy? No, not at all. My master said that the whole world is like a wild river with the current so strong. And this current is going to these one directions: selfishness, desire, getting more, consumerism is going to this direction. And what you have been practicing is try to go against that flow and telling the world that here, that is not natural to go with that flow. Everything that you were talking about, if you some things that I've been talking, if I said to my friend, it sounds crazy, like you are so naive, that what they would say to me. But if we stop going against the flow, against the current, what will happen? There is nobody exhibit differences. So what I would do is to keep up with what I can even more and try to exhibit it and let it still keep coming from that right place of love and kindness.
Great, thank you. And let's give Venerable Pasura a resounding round of applause for all the questions for today. Thank you, Namaste Bhante. Thank you for all of your questions and all of your answers during this time. If you have any remaining questions, Venerable Pasura will be here after the event. Therefore, you'll be able to have a chance to ask him questions. Now, before we begin, take a deep breath in. Feel the peace that is about to happen. And I would like to hear an answer from all of you. Are we ready to awaken Bali? Yes? Let's hear it. Yes. Are we ready to make world peace through inner peace happen? Let's hear an answer. Yes. Yes. At this time, before we will begin, I would like to remind you for our candle lighting meditation for today, all of you are given a small candle. Make sure to remember to take out the little piece of paper underneath. And as we are going to Awaken Bali, we'll have a silent, dark meditation first. And then afterwards, Venerable Predet will give us the cue to light the candlelight. So at this time, I would like to wait for everyone to please not turn on your candlelight yet. And we will wait to awaken Bali together. So for anyone who has their candlelight, keep it dark, wait for the cue, be patient, because patience will pay off. At this time, we would like to invite Venerable Predet and his venue of monks to come and enjoy this video talking about his history.
In the heart of Bali, amidst serene landscapes and peaceful silence, stands a monk devoted to guiding others on the inner path. Venerable Predet is the abbot of Bali Meditation Center and a respected senior monk in the Thai Buddhist tradition. Before ordaining, he served as the personal assistant to Kunye Maharatana Upasaka Chandra Konokyong, the revered founder of Wat Phra Dhammakaya. Under her close guidance, he developed a deep understanding of meditation and the art of inner cultivation. Today, with compassion and wisdom, he leads retreats, Dhamma teachings, and community meditations, gently guiding people toward a peaceful mind and a pure heart. As part of the global Dhammakaya community, now with 110 international centers across 37 countries, he helps carry the message of peace and inner awakening to the world. Venerable Predet's life is a living example of the Dhamma in action, softly spoken, deeply rooted, and beautifully shared.
Okay. ตอนนี้ก็ถึงเวลาสำคัญนะที่ ทุกๆคนได้มาประชุมรวมกันที่นี่จะได้ฝึกการทำใจหยุดใจนิ่งเพื่อให้เกิดสันติสุขภายใน
So this is an essential moment that we have come together in order to still our mind and cultivate inner peace together.
ช่วงเริ่มต้นเราได้ลองฝึกโยคะเพื่อบริหารร่างกายผ่อนคลายระบบประสาทกล้ามเนื้อแต่ใจของเราจะผ่อนคลายจะมีสุขภาพใจที่ดีต้องหยุดนิ่งเท่านั้นเรียกว่าคล้ายๆกับโยคะทางใจนะ
At the beginning, we have been stretched by practicing yoga in order to relieve tension from our body, the mind also needs the same treatment to be relieved from all tension. It is like the yoga for the mind.
เพราะฉะนั้นการผ่อนคลายร่างกายที่เราเคยฝึกโยคะกันมาก็จะมีส่วนเสริมทำให้เราใจหยุดนิ่งได้ง่ายเพราะฉะนั้นให้คนนะปรับกายหยาบท่านั่งให้ผ่อนคลายแล้วก็ปิดเปลือกตาเบาๆ
So now that your body is ready, let's start by adjusting your sitting posture. Adjust yourself until you feel comfortable and allow your eyes to close very softly.
พอปิดเปลือกตาเบาๆก็สังเกตว่าผ่อนคลายหรือยังระบบประสาทกล้ามเนื้อของเราผ่อนคลายหรือยังถ้าผ่อนคลายดีแล้วก็จะรู้สึกตัวเบาๆเนี่ยลองสังเกตดูนะ
After your eyes are closed, let's spare a moment to relax every part of your entire body and observe if you are comfortable, if your body are well relaxed, you would feel that the whole body turns lighter.
จากนั้นก็หายใจเข้าช้าๆลึกๆเข้าไปเสมือนเราดึงเอาความบริสุทธิ์เข้าไปไว้ในกลางตัวเราแล้วก็หายใจออกช้าๆเสมือนเอาสิ่งที่ไม่บริสุทธิ์ออกจากตัวเรา 3-4 ครั้งนะ
As your body is comfortable, please take a long, soft, and deep breath in, as if you are filling up your mind with purity all the way to the end of your breath. And as you are breathing out, allow your mind to relieve all impurities away from your mind. Let's keep your attention with your breathing for a few more times.
หายใจเข้าไปลึกๆช้าๆแล้วก็สุดลมข้างในก็รู้สึกว่านิ่งๆใสๆบริสุทธิ์อยู่ตรงนั้น
Breathe in very deeply and softly, feeling the way that your in-breath brings in purity until it reaches down at the deepest part of you.
รักษาความนิ่งความเบาสบายด้วยความบริสุทธิ์ที่อยู่ในตัวเราไปเรื่อยๆทุกๆคน
Keep your mind, your attention still with the feeling of peace, calmness, and comfort that you have inside.
ใครที่ทำได้ก็นิ่งๆเอาไว้ตรงกลางส่วนใครที่ต้องการที่จะให้รักษาความนิ่งได้นานขึ้นเราก็ใช้คำภาวนามาช่วยประคองความนิ่งของเราที่อยู่ในตัวไปเรื่อยๆด้วยคำว่าสัมมาอรหังสัมมาอรหังสัมมาอรหัง ให้คำภาวนาสัมมาอรหังออกมาจากตรงความนิ่งตรงกลางตัวเราอย่างสบายๆแล้วเราก็รักษาตรงนี้ไปเรื่อยๆทุกๆคนนะ
If you are content with the stillness that you have inside, you may maintain your mind stand still just like that. Or if you prefer to hold your attention with the application of method, you may allow the self mantra to be echoing from the deepest point where you find calmness and stillness. The mantra is Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Let the sound of mantra arise throughout your whole body until you feel so comfortable and relaxed. Let it coming from within.
ประคองใจนิ่งๆไปตรงกลางสบายๆทุกๆคนแล้วเราก็จะเริ่มสัมผัสกับความบริสุทธิ์ภายในจะสัมผัสถึงความสุขภายในแล้วก็จะเข้าใจคำว่าความเงียบสงัดจากใจที่หยุดนิ่งข้างในนั่นจะเป็นความสุขที่แท้จริงโดยไม่ต้องแสวงหาภายนอกเพราะฉะนั้นอยากให้ทุกๆคนนะลองทำดูแล้วก็นิ่งๆไปเรื่อยๆอย่างสบายๆสัก15 นาทีนะ
Maintain the stillness of your mind with ease and comfort, and you'll be in touch with inner calmness, purity, and joy that will lead to finding that happiness. So maintain it like this for a while, deeply inside.
ก็จะรู้สึกความนิ่งเบาสบายที่กลางตัวของเราทุกๆคนต่อไปนี้ก็จะให้ทุกๆคนนะได้จุดเทียนให้สว่างเป็นสัญลักษณ์ของความสว่างภายในที่เราทำได้กันทุกๆคน
As all of you have been in touch with the peace and stillness inside of you, at this moment, we would like to invite you to turn on the candle in your hand to symbolize that the light of your mind have been brightened up.
At this time, we would also like to invite the representatives to come and light the LED display as a symbol of making world peace happen through inner peace.
So please turn on the light.
And now let's all light our candles to awaken in Bali together. At this time, we invite you to gently place and hold the candle together with both of your hands as we meditate in candlelight.
My mind inside is candle bright. I am the candlelight. I'm a kind of brilliant light. I am like a glorious light. My mind inside is candle bright. I am a life that is bright in the darkness. The candlelight of my mind shines gloriously. Come where you come. Come to light the candle. Bathe the sky in golden light. I am the candlelight. I'm a kind of brilliant light. I am like a glorious light. My mind inside is candle bright. Come we all come to intensify our light. Come and gather and add to the candlelight and be the light of Dhammakai. Eliminate all the darkness. am the candlelight. I'm a kind of brilliant light. I am like a glorious light. My mind inside is candle bright. Aku pelita, akulah cahaya terang, penuh kemuliaan, pelita di dalam batinku. Aku pelita, akulah cahaya terang, penuh kemuliaan, pelita di dalam batinku. Kulah hidup, terangi kegelapan, pelita di batin, bersinar dan mulia kami hadir. Nyalakan cahaya di langit keemasan. Aku pelita, akulah cahaya terang, penuh kemuliaan, pelita di dalam batinku. Kami datang, nyalakan cahayanya, marilah semua nyalakan pelita, menjadi cahaya dhammakaya, lenyapkan kegelapan di langit keemasan, jadi cahaya dhammakaya, menghapus kegelapan batin, bersinar dengan mulia. Aku pelita, akulah cahaya terang, penuh kemuliaan, pelita di dalam batinku.
ก็ให้ทุกคนหลับตา แล้วก็จำเอาความสว่างที่อยู่ในมือของเราเนี่ยให้ไปซ่อนกับความใสบริสุทธิ์ในกลางตัวเรา เป็นความสว่างที่อยู่ตรงกลางตัวเรานิ่งๆสบายๆนะ
And now, let us all close the eyes and bring the candlelight that we have in our hands, turn it back and place it where that inner peace is waiting inside. Allow that brightness and radiation of peace to appear from that point at the center of yourself.
ให้ความสว่างภายนอกกับความสว่างภายใน เป็นอันเดียวกันที่กลางตัว เป็นพลังแห่งบุญ เป็นพลังมวลแห่งความบริสุทธิ์จากกลางตัวของทุกๆคนแล้วก็สว่างไปเรื่อยๆขยายไปเรื่อยๆให้ทุกๆคนในห้องได้รับพลังบุญพลังความปรารถนาดีจากเรา
Let the external light and the light inside of you become one. With that light, placed with your purity, it will be the power of peace. Allow that inner light to expand and embrace every person in this hall. Allow them to be touched and acknowledged by the loving kindness and the touch of peace that you radiate from your center. ให้ทุกๆคนได้รับความปรารถนาดี จากกลางตัวของเราเนี่ย ใครที่มีความทุกข์ก็ให้หมดทุกข์ ใครมีความสุขก็ให้สุขยิ่งขึ้น ใครเจ็บป่วยก็หายเจ็บหายป่วยหายไข้ ให้ทุกๆคนมีใจใสใจสว่างใจนิ่งที่กลางตัวกันทุกๆคน Share this light with every heart, every mind, every soul. Reach out to every person and wish for them to be happy. Whoever is in pain and sufferings, may they be free from their misery. Whoever is sick, may they be healed and get healthy. Let the inner brightness that you have expand and reach out to every individual. ได้พลังความบริสุทธิ์ของพวกเราทุกๆคนจากใจที่หยุดนิ่งนับพันดวงขยายออกไปเรื่อยๆขยายช้าๆไปเรื่อยๆสบายๆให้กระแสนี้ให้ไปถึงกับทุกๆคนทุกๆชีวิตในบาหลีก็ดีทั่วอินโดนีเซียก็ดีทั่วโลกก็ดีให้กระแสนี้ทำให้ทุกๆชีวิตหมดทุกข์หมดโศกหมดโรคหมดภัยแล้วก็มีความสุขแล้วก็เลิกเบียดเบียนซึ่งกันและกันอย่างที่ทุกๆคนปรารถนาความสุขให้ได้เกิดได้ง่ายขึ้นยิ่งขึ้นไปนะ Let us all with 1,000 inner light and peace here expand and radiate, reaching out to every person, to every life in the whole Bali, Indonesia, and to the rest of the world, broadcasting our loving kindness with this power of purity. May it relieve everyone from their misery, pain, sadness. May everyone be able to find peace, happiness that they have longed for.
แต่ให้กระแสแห่งบุญนี้ให้ได้ไปถึงหมู่ญาติของเราจะเป็นครอบครัวเราก็ดีบิดามารดาบรรพบุรุษก็ดียังมีชีวิตอยู่หรือว่าละโลกไปแล้วให้มีส่วนในบุญมีส่วนในความบริสุทธิ์ภายในจากเรามีส่วนจากความปรารถนาดีจากภายในจากเราให้บุคคลทั้งหลายเหล่านั้นก็มีความสุขยิ่งขึ้นไป
Let us share this light of peace to our loved one, families, parents, ancestors, whether they have already deceased or still alive, wherever they are, with our loving kindness and the power of purity that we share, bring them with everlasting joy, happiness wherever they are.
ทุกคนยิ่งเบาสบายให้ความสว่างภายในของทุกๆคนนับพันดวงให้มารวมอยู่ในกลางตัวเราแล้วก็ตั้งความแล้วเราก็ตั้งความปรารถนาว่าพลังแห่งความบริสุทธิ์นี้ขอให้ตัวเรามีความบริสุทธิ์ทั้งกายวาจาใจให้แข็งแรงอายุยืนให้ประสบความสำเร็จในชีวิตทั้งทางโลกและทางธรรมและที่สำคัญก็คือให้สามารถนำพาทุกๆคนที่เราปรารถนาดีให้มาพบกับความสุขภายในเช่นเดียวกับเราด้วยและก็ทุกคนก็ปรารถนาสิ่งใดก็ตั้งความปรารถนากันสักพักหนึ่งนะ
Let us bring all of this 1,000 collective light, turn it inside ourselves. Let them be in touch with the purity that we have within. And may you make your resolution for everyone, including yourself, to always find that happiness, that may we be able to invite and persuade everyone so that they can find that inner peace and loving kindness. May you also make any other resolution within that inner brightness and purity. Allow it to illuminate. ในระหว่างที่คนกำลังอธิษฐานจิตตั้งความปรารถนากลางความใสสว่างในตัวพระอาจารย์ก็จะให้พรเป็นภาษาบาลีสั้นๆก่อนที่จะเสร็จสิ้นการนั่งสมาธิของพวกเรานะ So you may make your resolution, your wishes, right in the middle point of your brightness. Along with that, the monk will give you short blessing so that he can amplify that power of your wishes. สัพเพพุทธาปรปัตตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเชนะระคังพันธามิสัพพโส
สัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภวันตุเต
สาธุ
หลังจากเราทุกคนได้ฝึกนั่งสมาธิทำใจนิ่งแล้วก็แผ่ความปรารถนาดีให้ซึ่งกันและกันและแก่ชาวโลกเรียบร้อยแล้วช่วงท้ายก็จะได้สักถามอะไรอีกนิดหนึ่งนะ
So now that we have meditated and cultivated the peace and also shared with the rest of the world, the presiding monk would also like to ask you a few questions of your experiences.
เมื่อสักครู่ใครนั่งสมาธิแล้วรู้สึกตัวเบาสบายมีความสุขให้ยกเทียนขึ้นนะ
So has anybody here who meditate and feel that you are so relaxed, your body turned very light and spacious? Could you raise your candle?
สาธุคำถามที่สองเมื่อสักครู่ใครนั่งสมาธิแล้วมีความสว่างภายในแล้วก็สามารถขยายได้ด้วยยกเทียนขึ้น
The second question is anybody during the meditation felt that you experienced seeing the inner light and be able to expand it? Raise your candle, please.
สาธุคำถามสุดท้ายนั่งไปสักครู่หนึ่งใครสัมผัสถึงพลังแห่งความบริสุทธิ์ภายในได้จากการมานั่งกันหลายๆคนนับพันคนนี้ใครสัมผัสตรงนี้ได้ยกอีกครั้งหนึ่ง
So one last question that anyone who have been experienced a feeling that power of collective peace and purity inside yourself as we come together, raise your candle, please.
สาธุก็แสดงว่าทุกคนสามารถทำเป็นแล้วก็ทำได้แต่อยากให้ทุกๆคนต้องไปทำต่ออย่างน้อยก็ก่อนนอนก็นั่งสัก10 นาที15 นาทีตื่นนอนก็ทำอย่างนี้อีก10 นาที15 นาทีแล้วทุกคนก็จะมีแต่ความใสบริสุทธิ์แล้วก็สามารถดำเนินชีวิตได้อย่างมีความสุขและก็สำเร็จได้โดยง่ายนะ
So that is a testimonial that everyone can practice meditation. So he would like to invite you to carry it back home and if possible to at least 10 to 15 minutes before sleeping, spend the time to cultivate that inner peace and after get up for 10 and 15 more minutes right after getting up to reinforce that power of peace. And in this way, you've always been carrying this inner light and purity wherever you go.
ข้อ2ใครยังอยู่ที่บาหลีถ้าอยากนั่งสมาธิได้ต่อเนื่องมากขึ้นก็เรียนเชิญไปที่ Bali Meditation Center แล้วก็ดูในเว็บไซต์ออนไลน์ของเรา
And for those of you who live in Bali and if you want to continue your practice, you may also check out the information on the Bali Meditation Center website and social media so that you can come and continue your practice by yourself or also with others.
ข้อ3เนื่องจากทุกคนได้สัมผัสพลังจากการนั่งสมาธิรวมกันเยอะๆแล้วก็ได้แผ่กระแสความปรารถนาดีกันได้แล้วจากการมานั่งรวมกันนับพันคนเราก็เลยตั้งใจว่าวันที่21 กันยาซึ่งเป็นวันเวิร์นพิสเดย์เราก็อยากจะรวมกันนั่งสมาธิอีกครั้งหนึ่งเราอยากให้ทุกคนได้ติดตามข่าวตรงนี้แล้วก็มาร่วมกันนั่งสมาธิด้วยกันแล้วก็ชวนกันมา
The third point is that now that you have experienced the mass and collective meditation and appreciate the feeling of it, on the upcoming 21st of September, which is International Day of Peace, we plan to hold another event so that we can cultivate more these types of practice and message. So he would like to invite all of you, if you still around, and also share the message to invite people to come and cultivate this together. For more information of the venue and the arrangement, the organization will be announced in our social media.
ข้อ 4 สุดท้ายเพื่อทุกคนได้รับทราบว่าการนั่งสมาธิรวมกันมากๆมีพลังอย่างนี้หลวงพ่อธรรมชโยซึ่งเป็นครูบาอาจารย์ของพระอาจารย์ทั้งหมดเลยท่านได้ทราบซึ้งเรื่องนี้มานานแล้วท่านได้จัดสร้างสถานที่สำหรับตั้งใจจะรวมคนนั่งสมาธิให้ได้1 ล้านคนเพื่อขยายความสุขไปสู่ชาวโลกให้ได้ยิ่งขึ้นไปท่านทำอย่างนี้สถานที่แห่งนี้เสร็จมา26 ปีและประมาณเดือนกุมภาหรือมีนาก็จะมีจัดนั่งสมาธิอย่างนี้ถ้าใครติดตามข่าวไปเรื่อยๆก็ขอเรียนเชิญไปนั่งสมาธิด้วยกัน1 ล้านคนนะ
And the last point is that now that you have experienced the power of mass meditation and how profound it can bring that state of peace and joy, our master Lampa Tamachio had already had a place that can hold 1 million meditators and has been constructed for 26 years, and he is always pursuing that ideas of having people to really cultivate together. So if you still want to take part at that practice and energy, you are invited to come to this temple in Thailand, which is going to be around February, March, depends on the full moon. So please, you are all invited.
แต่สำคัญที่สุดคือทุกคนต้องไปนั่งเองก่อนนอนแล้วก็ตื่นนอนทำอย่างนี้ให้ได้ทุกวันและก็จะมีความบริสุทธิ์ในตัวเราเองก่อนที่จะขยายไปสู่คนอื่นนะ
Most importantly, that it all starts from yourself, from ourselves, by cultivating and activate that inner light, and from that inner light and happiness, it can be shared and spread around.
โอเคเดี๋ยวพิธีกรว่าต่อ
So enjoy this video about the Makabusha ceremony that we will play and have an event on the 3rd of March next year. Okay, so before we end our event, I would like to memorize this monumentous occasion by taking a group photo. Therefore, I would like to invite everyone to please take your candle, stand up in your seat, and then please turn around so we can take a picture of this event.
Okay, and so we're waiting for the open the partition, and now we will take a photo together. And this is the photo, is the most memory of us. Okay. So the open the partition. Okay, together. And so, okay, this is open, okay. And now, then we're waiting for the partition open. Please stand and close your eyes. And then, still your mind. Keep calm and still your mind at the center of your body. Okay, and now we will play the song and relax and relax. Okay. And spread your kindness and loving kindness to any people of the world. Okay. Please wait for a moment.
Now that we take photos, the second, I would like to ask you to be a part of this video to make the impacts on the video. So look at the camera for the videos and hold out your candle.
Okay, so now we take a photo. This is a very beautiful of the photo, calmness and peaceful. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Now take a photo and video. Please keep smiling and spread the kindness to everyone of the world. And then now we take a photo. Okay, please keep smiling. This photo will share to every people of the world. And then the last thing is the video. Okay. And everyone, may all of you please speak together as these words. World peace to inner peace. Awaken in Bali. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
World peace through inner peace. Awaken in Bali.
Okay, and one more time. Okay, world peace through inner peace. Awaken in Bali. And then show your light up and wave all together. Okay? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
World peace through inner peace. Awaken in Bali.
Yeah. Woo. Wow, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. And please turn around to the monks. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, and if they could turn on some fun music for us. Thank you everyone for attending. Our event has now come to an end. Thank you everyone for attending in this moment. Our next event is going to be in September, so do join us via Meditation Bali on Instagram or balimeditation.org. At this time, if you would like to pay respects to the teaching monk for teaching, you can bow with us. Bow, bow, bow. โอเคค่ะขอนิมนต์หลวงพี่ค่ะเสร็จแล้วค่ะ Okay, song please. At this time, we would like to, if anyone has any questions or would like to talk to Venerable Pasura, please. You do have some time, but there's only one of him, so one question per person, I guess. So before we would like to close this evening, we would like to take a moment and express our heartfelt gratitude to the incredible partners who made the Awakening Bali possible. No song, ยังไม่มีเพลงเนาะ ขอเพลงนิดหน่อยค่ะ. To Istana, thank you for being a lighthouse of spiritual transformation in Bali. To the YogiLab, your commitment to awakening consciousness is a gift to this island and to the world. To my dream Bali, your support helped bring this vision to life. Thank you for believing in the power of meditation and human connection. To the school Unified Healing, thank you for holding space and healing inner journey. Your presence made this gathering even more meaningful. To Radiantly Alive, your vibrant energy and dedication to mindful living uplifted this event in every way. To the Montessori School, thank you for nurturing the seeds of mindfulness in the next generation. To the Empathy School, your vision of compassionate education mirrors our hope for the future. To the Chai of the Tiger Restaurant, your kindness and nourishment warm both of our bodies and hearts. Thank you for adding flavor to our peace. To Omiku Restaurant, thank you for sharing your beautiful space and nourishing energy. To Solana Luxury Wellness Center, thank you for being a sanctuary of deep healing and wellness. And to Secret Garden Village, thank you for offering your space to help us in this moment. From all of us at Bali Meditation Center, thank you for walking beside us. May the peace we share tonight ripple outwards to families and elsewards. For those who would like the pictures taken tonight, please visit our Facebook and Meditation Bali and Instagram. Pictures are available for download at meditationbali.org. For anyone who is interested in joining our September event here in Bali, please register online. And all of you are invited to join the Mass Meditation Project on March 3rd in Thailand. Last but not least, all of you are welcome to join and visit our center, Bali Meditation Center, only 20 minutes away from this area. Otherwise, thank you all for joining. We hope you enjoyed your meditation and go on and enjoy your wonderful vacation here in Bali. And if you are a resident, of course, enjoy your beautiful island. And thank you for joining us today.